killed him in a fair fight.
Oh.
Everybody saw I had no damn choice. Well,
Wow.
Lincoln got a mite depopulated that day. Pat Garrett gunned down Billy 3 months later, so his escape was all for naught anyway.
哇，这节奏
So
真
where you
快。
go after Lincoln?
Mexico. Until I realized
哇，还
nobody
真
was
远
looking
啊
for me. I ended up taking a job with the Rurales.
The Mexican Rurales?
真
I
假
was hired to
的？
help them track down the cowboys.
哦，
The most vicious outlaw gang in Cochise County? Curly Bill Brocious? Johnny Ringo?
Led by old man Clanton himself.
They must have paid you a pretty penny to take them hombres on.
Not really. But truth be told, I had my own reasons for going after those boys.
哦，所以他是为了找到这些人才接了这个工作。
So was the bastard you were after now riding with the cowboys?
Roscoe Bob Bryant was his name.
Oh.
But no, this time it was a different bastard I was after. The aforementioned Mr. Ringo. I came upon them robbing a stagecoach, which wasn't surprising, being they were such murderous thieves and bastards. The bandits wore red scarves, so I knew they worked for the old man.
Over there!
I did my best to help those poor passengers.
Shoot that son of a bitch!
好，我
Moments
真没
later,
看
the
到你。
attackers were dead, and I checked the stagecoach to see how many passengers were still breathing.
好，我要从
None. It was then I wondered if the rocks weren't hiding more bandits. Was that all of them? Or did I just hit the rear guard? I quickly got my answer. They attacked from on high like Apaches often did. They would appear in great numbers from above and rain down lead on their hapless enemies' heads, making use of the high ground and whatever else they had. Yep, the Apaches always appeared out of nowhere, and there never seemed to be an end to them.
等一下，等一下，等一
Were you
下。
attacked by Apaches? What happened to the cowboys?
Did I say they were Apaches? I said Clanton's cowboys attacked me Apache style. I was in a pitched battle, but I was holding my own against an overwhelming enemy force. See, at the time, I was still pretty green, but often blunder into regrettable situations. But I just kept shooting at anything I could see up in those damn rocks. I didn't see Ringo, but I knew he was with the cowboys. He and
太
Roscoe
难了，太
Bob
难
were
了，等一
dreadful,
下。
and I was determined to have my
就
revenge.
懂吗？得，等一下下，太多人了。
See, at the time, I was still pretty green and would often blunder into regrettable situations. But I just kept shooting at anything I could see up in those damn rocks. I didn't see Ringo, but I
太
knew
多人了吧？你们
he
这个
and
集
Roscoe
团
Bob had done me a dreadful wrong, and I was determined to have my revenge. But to get to Ringo, I knew I'd have to fight my way past these other assholes first. Unfortunately, I was running out of ammo.
我手上还有呢，这
Another
有点
perfect
尴尬
example
呢。
of my relative inexperience as a hunter of men.
所
I
以
immediately knew that a tactical retreat was called for, as my vengeful fury was much less impressive without the bullets to back it up. Finally, they managed to corner me. Trapped as I was, the odds of my survival seemed pretty slim. Luckily, serendipity was on my side as I suddenly spotted a way out of my predicament.
救我！
I ran ahead as if the devil himself was after me. Bullets were whizzing by my ears, but I wasn't about to roll over and die.
我刚刚差点就交代在那里啦。
Because there wouldn't be if Clanton and his men caught up with me. As I was scurrying around those caves, I thought, what was I thinking? Going up against a gang like this. And that's when something miraculous happened.
哎，等一
Manna
下，
from heaven. I found the desiccated remains of what looked like an Apache warrior. The old weapon next to him supplied me with some much-needed ammunition. Bat Masterson once told me it was more important to be lucky than good.
这已经超过幸运的成分了吧？
And imagine my surprise when I found a fistful of dynamite to go along with that ammo. That stroke of good fortune evened the odds and bolstered my confidence. It was time to turn the tables. Time for the prey to become the predator. Time for the hunted to become the hunter. Time. All right, Jesus, we get it. You're right where you want it. That's right, Jack. I was done running. The old man's boys were not expecting that. No, sir. I came at them like a wildcat. My fury knew no bounds. It was finally time for that old man to pay for his sins.
哦，找到了，找到了。就等一下下，他为什么？他的武器。
I'm coming for you. A little stealth might have made more sense, to be perfectly honest. Because that old fool had a Gatling gun and enough bullets to last him till kingdom come. But I knew I could not let that deter me. Not if I was to find and kill Ringo. I needed to get that old man off that gun.
我没打中。果然还是我的左轮比较好用一点。
Apparently, one of the cowboys made it out of there alive, and told Ike and Billy Clanton that it wasn't a Mexican who took their father's life that day. They just assumed it was one of the Earps, and that little misunderstanding eventually led to that legendary gunfight at the OK Corral.
哦，这一章节也很刺激呢。
A few weeks after that dust-up at the OK Corral, I was still after Johnny Ringo. I had tracked him and the cowboys to their hideout at a sawmill, and they were loaded for bear.
Somebody's coming!
What exactly did Johnny Ringo do to piss you off?
Well, him and that other bastard.
Roscoe Bob Bryant?
Yep. They both deserve to die, and I promise I'll tell you why. But first I need to tell you about the Cowboys' new boss, Curly Bill Brocious.
Herb's coming!
Get ready, boys. Curly Bill took charge of the Cowboys upon the old man's demise. And after that gunfight at the OK Corral, the Clantons wanted revenge. So they murdered Morgan Earp and grievously wounded his older brother, Virgil.
Send him to hell!
是我枪法真的有问题，还是我真的没打准？
You shoot the son of a bitch!
幸亏我选的是普通，我如果选困难我就完了。
Those outlaws down. So when I showed up, that's who they thought I was.
Oh my god, 谁？
There were killers around every corner, all wearing red bandanas. That's how the Cowboys identified each other, and I was beginning to wish I had one myself.
You'll die for this, you hear me?
你在我眼前啊，老兄！
But I wasn't about to let Ringo walk away unscathed, and that's what drove me forward.
They say that Ringo was infernally fast.
I hardly saw anyone faster, boy. Certainly not Wyatt Earp. That man was all hat and no cap.
Somebody kill him!
Earp wasn't much of a match for me, but Doc Holliday might have taken it.
That Lundy should have kept his nose out of it. They never charged anyone for the murder of Morgan Earp.
But everybody knew that Curly shot him in the back. That was common knowledge.
Yeah, maybe so. But Ringo had nothing to do with it. He was just being loyal to a friend.
Is that what you call it? Being loyal? Well, to get to that loyal friend, I had to pass by some buzzsaws as big as a man.
Excuse me, sir. I have a question.
What's that, Dwight?
After old man Clanton died, why didn't his son take over the Cowboys?
Because
Oh,
Ike
would you?
Clanton was dumber than a box of rocks and a yellow belly to boot.
你没有回答他的问题，什么意思？
Now, where was I?
Taking down the entire cowboy gang single-handed.
Indeed I was, Jack. Though it wasn't easy, as those boys had good cover.
Can't believe you keep missing! You ain't bothering me none! Ah, damn it! Ah!
There were carts everywhere, piles of lumber, and God knows what else for people to hide behind. That really was one hell of a sawmill. Quite an impressive operation.
And where was Curly Bill? Did you see him?
I'm about to get to that, Ben. Patience. I'm painting a picture here. There was this beautiful waterfall and a crystal clear stream that led to a verdant valley that was truly...
Consider your picture painted. What happened next?
Well, finally the bastards that were still alive made a last stand.
我连这个游戏我都可以路痴，糟
Curly
糕
Bill, Johnny
透！
Ringo, and his compadres took off into the lumber yard, and I followed after.
哦，来 ，BOSS 战！
Are you saying they ran? Cowardice was not in Ringo nor Curly Bill's nature.
No, sir. I never said they were running scared. They just wanted me out in the open.
Time to dance with the devil! You working for Wyatt Earp? Is that Earp paying you to kill me?
你在我面前啊，老兄！
Showing up here all by lonesome.
老兄，你在我的面前，你在想什么？
Brocious gave me no choice but to take his life. But Ringo was nowhere to be found.
这大概是我刚刚到现在打过最蠢的 BOSS。
To this day, his killer is still unknown.
Indeed. Took me a few months before I finally tracked his ass to West Turkey Creek Canyon.
哇，他故事好精彩哦，我都会忍不住停下来想听他讲话呢。中了一枪的叙述是怎么回事？马上就要决斗了，又要决斗了，怎么回
It's
事？
incredible, sir. I always thought that Doc Holliday was the one that killed him.
Sorry I had to ruin the legend for you,
哟
boy. But the legend ain't always true.
太赞了！抱歉，决斗没有办法讲话，真的需要非常的专心，不然我就会落后人家一拍了。今天就到这边，他整个节奏都很快，然后我们主角他讲故事真的讲得非常的吸引我，继续去听他讲，我没有办法。我中间我都忘我了，我都没有讲话。那希望各位也跟我一样喜欢这一款游戏。那我们今天的枪神就到这边结束了，谢谢大家收看。如果喜欢我的影片，按下喜欢、订阅、开启小铃铛，别忘了追踪我的 Twitter。那我是拓海。我们下一回的枪神再会喽，各位，拜拜。